Hello, Valerie June.
How you doing?
I'm very well. I'm Terry David Mulligan. You're Valerie June. What was your given name, your last name?
Hawkins.
Hawkins.
Yes.
But it made sense to do Valerie June, didn't it?
My mother's here. She's June K. Hawkins.
Oh.
Yeah,
she's
and
here
it's
with
her
you?
first time leaving the country, so Canada's her first stop.
Oh.
She named me June after her.
Have you lost her? Where is she in the crowd?
Well, she decided that she was going to go grab some food, but she's around.
Okay.
She was like, I know where you're going to be. I asked by CKUA earlier.
Yep.
So
How are you with festivals? I know that you have a routine. Do you like the side stages? You like looking around?
I do, and I really love shopping. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm like fighting myself right now. I'm like, oh, I wonder what the artisans have, So I want to walk around.
And the good thing is, if you spend that American dollar here, you get a lot more bang for your buck, too.
All right.
You want to think about that. Well, welcome to the Edmonton Folk Festival, and it's so great that you have finally arrived at this moment. Bear with me while I do something, because this is really, I think I may be onto something here. The critics, bent themselves out of shape trying to describe your vocals when you came along. And Rolling Stone did a couple of things. Rolling Stone said a blend of spacey, hippie soul, blues, and folk. John Pirelli's New York Times said her voice is full of endearing human quirks and flaws, cracks, scratches, unvarnished and fully alive. But what I heard was you taking on the character of the song, that you were singing from someone else's soul. Was I sort of half right there?
I do think the way you described it is very true, because I hear voices and they sing me the songs and they all sound different. So like on a song like With You, which is one of the songs on our new record, Order of Time, it's a playful, light voice I heard. So when I sing it, I try to honor the voice that I heard, and I'm the servant of the song, and I try to sing it the way I heard it first, So I don't know where this voice comes from, where the different voices come from. So maybe there are other souls and they're out there, and I just get tuned into them like a radio dial getting turned, and I pick it up and I give it to you. That's what I do.
When you were growing up, what caught your ear coming out of car radios or a kitchen radio, for that matter, or vinyl? Was it one tune or one artist where you just turned and said, "Who is that? What is that?"
No, usually not just one artist. Usually it was across the board. I was raised in Jackson, Tennessee, which is between Memphis and Nashville, almost equal distance. And we got a lot of like soulful and like Sun Studios vibe from down in Memphis way, but then country music influence from the Nashville way, and then going to church every single Sunday and having that, and then my father promoting in R&B and getting to meet people like Bobby Womack, and so I had so many different influences. And then we had a great Southern rock radio station that I loved listening to, and they would play like all singer-songwriter type stuff. So I heard Carole King, James Taylor, Pink Floyd, endless, Van Morrison, Tracy Chapman, endless.
Wow.
So I just listen and say, man, I like that. Why do I like that? And then I try to research, where did this artist come from? Who are they? What country are they from? And
the Astral Weeks, Van Morrison?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, melt my heart.
Come on.
Sweet thing. Come on. Astral Weeks. What? Madam George.
It's an amazing album you can play over and over. You can leave it for a year, come back to it.
Yeah, you sure
can. When did you find your voice? Where? How?
Well, I say that I'm still finding it, because voices change.
Yeah.
So every time I wake up in the morning, I have to find my voice that day. Early in the morning, I sound like, man, I can sing all the bluesy stuff early. As I go through the day, by the end of the day, I can hit an Alison Krauss note.
And who are you when you walk out on stage? Tell me about the metamorphosis that happens internally with you.
Wow. That is something. With this record, I can say, and even my record label, they noticed that I'm performing differently, because I just think about being on the stage just as my playground now. and I just want to be all over it and dance around and play and just have fun up there. Versus before, I was so nervous all the time, and I'm still nervous. But now I can just spin and do whatever I want to do. And if something goes wrong, feedback, or if there's a crack, a hiss, a pop, no worries. Just have fun, you know.
Valerie June is with us. This is Mulligan Stew, CKUA. We're at the Edmonton Folk Music Festival. Hello, audience. Which songs have we attached ourselves to as an audience? Which ones do you feel that we're leaning forward into in anticipation?
Well, definitely from my earlier record, Pushing Against the Stone, Somebody to Love.
Yeah.
Every single time I sing that, I see people singing it in the crowd, and it makes me happy. And then from this record, Got Soul and Astral Plane, especially Astral Plane, a lot of people connect with the message of the song, and it's a positive song, and it's just tapping into your inner light. And I like wearing shiny clothes now because I feel like everyone has a shining light inside of them, but as we get older, it kind of dims, you know. You're born with it, but around 35 or my age, you know, you start to doubt it. And so I'm wearing these clothes to remind you to shine so that you might reflect this light and just be a light in the world.
Okay, for the radio audience who are listening, they don't know, the top half is burgundy red, sort of halfway between. The skirt is pleated and it's flash silver. The boots are silver with silver tassels on the back. The socks are red. The hair is large. The glasses are rhinestone, and the necklace, it's a full thing.
Shine, right?
You're doing it. You mentioned cleverly, and I thought, The Order of Time, which is the new album. Is this your journey? Is this your time that you're singing about? I know you talk about voices, but you're in there. You're the vehicle.
Yeah, I do have a responsibility to just be in the song. And the message of the songs change, you know, from year to year for me. So I listen to the song, and sometimes I listen to it from the perspective like maybe it's a love song, and maybe I'm thinking in terms of my personal love relationship. But then I listen to it, what about my relationship with God, if I listen to it as a spirit? And I'm not talking about it as a human being connection, but a connection with something greater than me. Or what if I listen to it and I listen to it as like, you know, my relationship with myself, like, you know, slip, slide on by, you know, these kinds of moments where you need to, like, just slip right through this lucky moment in your life and just be grateful, you know. Maybe it's a message to myself. So I listen in different ways, you know.
Now, there's a word that I didn't expect to hear, lucky moment, because luck has a lot to do, timing has a lot to do with people's careers in this business, as you well know. But nothing trumps hard work. And that's what you've been doing. Hard work.
A lot of it. And I don't know. I started working a long time ago with my father's company, and I feel like if I didn't have some work and some goals and things to do, that I'd be getting super bored. So I'm glad that I have all of these things to do, you know.
Valerie June, on one of the side stages today, they just just wrapped up. Basically, it was a side stage on protest songs, or are there protest songs? But I wanted to ask you, I thought long and hard about this, because are we asking too much of our artists or our music to either take us away from the headlines or reflect what's going on around us? Like movie makers say the same thing. Do I want to let people lose themselves for 2 hours, or do I want to show them the reality? Where are you with that?
I love the fact that, okay, last weekend I performed right before Mavis Staples, and I love Mavis Staples so much. She marched with Martin Luther King. Yeah. She is still here, you know, 76 now, and she's still spreading that message of joy, that message of unity, that message of feeling your inner strength and your power. And I think that is as political as anybody needs to get. If you are being your greatest self and you're really like shining and being as strong and powerful as you came to be in a human body, and just finding your strength and your joy in the moments and in the days, then you can really like begin to see a transformation happen in people around you in the world. And so there is a responsibility only to find your truth and your light. And I can't say if all artists need to be writing protest songs or what. But I'll tell you, when I talked to Mavis, she covered one of my songs for her last record. She said, Pops told us that we always had to sing songs that had positive messages because that was our job, to use our voices to inspire change and positivity. So I feel artists are called to do that, to shine a light on these moments and like just be strong and like give people like uplifting, because that's how I feel when Mavis sings a song. I lift up off the ground like 10 feet and I just want to dance.
Totally.
So that's our job.
Okay.
As long as we're doing that, we're cool.
I'm going to play you out with you, Astral Plane. Have yourself a great set tonight.
I'm going to have fun.
A hand, please, for
Thank
Valerie
you, Tara.
June. Valerie June. Valerie June is going to break some hearts tonight. This is Astral Plane, Mulligan Stew, CKUA.